Welcome back to Fox 13 News. The winter conditions are the biggest thing around the Sound tonight. The snow, the wind, the cold, all settling in here to western Washington.
We've got team coverage tonight. Matthew Smith is up in Everett, where it's been snowing all day long. Zach Anders is in Snoqualmie Pass. More from both of them in just a second.
First, we want to go to Alejandro Guzman in Lynnwood there, where it started snowing pretty heavily in the last few hours. And, Allie, it is coming down where you are right now.
Hannah, Brian, I can tell you that in the last 30 minutes, the snow has not let up. It's even coming down harder. And right now you can actually start to see the tracks of people trying to get to and from work at this hour. Others say, if you can see, there's cars parked in this shopping strip next to us. They're just saying it's too much of a snow accumulation for them to even drive their cars. So they've gotten a little creative on the way that they're clearing them with snowball fights. They took a break and are now trying to get warm inside, but I can tell you it's not all fun and games. The concern for power outages and slick roads is still very high. We spoke with business owners in the area about what they'd seen over the last few hours. Here's what they had to say.
This weather is insane. There was an accident over there, accident over here. 3 of my barbers had to park their cars here overnight. Yeah, hopefully they can get home safely.
And now right here, this is video of the incident we told you about earlier. A bus appeared to have spun out in the middle of a neighborhood. This is near 44th Avenue. Fortunately, as you can see, no one was on it at the time that we saw, and there was no other cars involved. But there was several crashes nearby that apparently had struck light poles. But in checking the power outages, it seems like Lynnwood is completely in the clear right now. Nobody in the neighborhoods has seemed to have lost power, but as you can see, those cars out in the distance, some are keeping that extra distance to make sure other drivers have that space to brake and make sure that in case they have any other issues, that nobody has any car accidents, as minor as they may be. But these driving conditions are starting to deteriorate, especially in the last couple of hours. As you can see right now, people are just trying to take it as slow as they possibly can. Now, the concern again remains for these slick roads, not just into tonight, but into the overnight hours and specifically tomorrow morning's commute. Now, I can tell you that we're going to stay on top of this right now. Things do look pretty clear. Traffic is kind of clear in the area, but this is something that we're going to keep a very close eye on as we continue to bring you the very latest coverage. And we'll be back in the next 30 minutes with the very latest. Back to you.
Thank you, Allie. We nearly saw a car just spin out just in the background of our live shot there. Now let's head out to Fox 13 News reporter Zach Anders live in Snoqualmie Pass.
Yeah, it is really hard. We feel for you, Zach, because the snow is really coming down. Has it gotten any worse in the last 30 minutes?
Yeah, it's gotten a little worse. I can tell you one road you don't want to definitely be on right now is I-90, and the vehicles that are coming by are sparse, few and far between. So it seems like a lot of people are staying off, and the cars that are coming across I-90 are moving in packs, which is the one thing that WSDOT says you don't want to do. You want to space yourself out and give yourself plenty of room. But so far, moving at a slow pace. WSDOT working really hard tonight to keep things clear, but snow is falling quick enough that they can't plow it fast enough. It's creating compact snow on the roadway. So it is slick in places, and for drivers that's a headache, but for skiers this is looking like heaven. It's the first big snowfall of the season, which is creating that ever important base layer, which if we get a good amount in this storm, lifts could be just days away from opening.
We get a big fall like this, and then they run the cats, which they're doing right now down there on the central, and that just packs it in and gets that firm layer set in, and then when the snow comes on, it settles on top.
Well, one of the other things that we're watching is how the gusting wind has created some visibility issues at the summit here. It is pretty windy, and down I-90, both eastbound, westbound, you get some spots of drifting snow and some gusts that reduce visibility. So if you're going to make that trip over I-90 tonight, it is going to be tough to see and tough to drive. It's slick all around. Up here in Snoqualmie, back to you guys.
Ooh, you can tell it was cold out there. Exact temperatures there are in the teens, but it feels like it's in the single digits.
Yeah,
now, check out this video over in Ravensdale in the foothills of King County. It's a full-on blizzard. This video sent in by Richard, one of our viewers, shows all that wind and snow just blowing all over the place.
Yeah, one place where the snow is coming down tonight is also in Everett. A lot of heavy flakes, and for a lot of people, well, it's a dream come true.
Fox 13's Matthew Smith spent the day in Everett and has the latest on how people there are holding up with all this snow.
Depending on where you're at in the North Sound, you're getting a little bit of a different picture. Really dangerous winds in some spots. And here in Everett, we're feeling the big gusts, and it's biting cold for folks. But the accumulation, at least here in Everett, hasn't been as massive as we've seen in some areas. But it is starting to stick on the ground, and when we say stick, well, that's partly some of the problem here. It's also real moist from what wasn't sticking earlier in the day, meaning the roads are going to be treacherous. But we've been warning folks about this, and most of the people I'm talking to say they're prepared. In fact, they even are excited about the snow.
I checked the weather and was hoping for the snow.
For those who wanted snow, Tuesday is just what the doctor ordered.
437.
Here at this Marysville coffee stand,
Thank you.
they're ordering coffee. And surprisingly, it's not all hot.
We have, avid iced coffee drinkers no matter what. I guess there's a few people, going for that hot chocolate or hot peppermint mocha. Okay, good seeing you guys.
Sarah Tenasket, like most people, not minding this snow.
My kids like to play in it too.
I'm more nervous about being stuck at home.
Some worried about the roads. In fact, in Everett, the district called off evening classes as that snow kept falling, but the spirits remain high.
It makes everybody smile, and that's priceless.
While snow meant problems in parts of the North Sound, here it's bringing joy.
I told my wife, I said, Scooby Claus is coming to town. I said, today's the day.
As snow gently fell across Puget Sound, Michael Silva, owner of Scooby's Dog Walking, knew today was the day.
It came out a little early.
He's been rocking this Santa suit and walking these dogs
We got Big Hank here.
for years now.
We got Abigail. We got Hank's sister, Millie.
Silva tells me if the snow hits closer to Christmas,
All right, let me do my part.
he'll even be handing out stuffed animals during walks.
That, man, that right there. That right there does it. It means a lot to me because I know I'm doing something that is positive in a time where, we have a lot of negative stuff going on, and I just, I feel like I'm doing my part, It's what I can do.
Scooby Claus certainly give him something to folks to smile about, but I don't think a lot of people are going to be smiling too much if they spend too much time in this. Those winds, like I said, they are biting, they are cold, and with a little bit of accumulation here on the roads now, things are going to be dangerous, maybe even treacherous for drivers. Make sure you give yourself plenty of time, and of course, we'll be tracking to see if there's any power outages with these gusts in the Everett area like we've seen in the northern spots. In Everett, Matthew Smith, Fox 13 News.
Thank you, Matt. And speaking of those outages, our state currently has over 37,000 blackouts right now. No word yet on the exact cause. Puget Sound Energy says over 12,000 homes and businesses are without power. Meantime, in Snoqualmie County, they're reporting over 7,500 places currently in the dark. Here in Seattle, we're seeing at over 13,000 outages. We'll continue to update you as we get more details.
And the roads continue to be treacherous out there. We saw spinouts on live television and Alejandra's live shot. And so the question is, what is it going to look like maybe in the morning?
I think just like that, unfortunately. So that snow not really going anywhere, even though we're going to see a lot of it weakening, but not until tomorrow morning here, Brian and Hannah. So as we take a look, very active in that sweet spot like we've been talking about, Hood Canal stretching into Island County and, of course, across portions of Lynnwood over in Everett. That's where we're seeing the bulk of the snow. In fact, zooming in to Kitsap County, that's where we're getting some thunder snow popping up right now. So some lightning strikes with the snow. That is happening about 5 to 8 miles just to the west of Kitsap Lake, to give you an idea of where that is taking place. And when it comes to that snow, focusing in the darker blue, that's where we're getting more of those big fat flakes. Everything in that white color, a little lighter, but that band continues to hit hard when it comes to portions of the lowlands, including including portions of Whatcom County. I'm not excluding you. Blaine all the way outside of Ferndale. That's where we're seeing some snow. Had some significant accumulation too over in Linden as well. So continuing to take a look, the rest of us, like the South Sound, that's where we're seeing strictly just rain. We had some snow early this morning, but we talked about that transitioning into rain. That's continuing at this hour, and we're going to see a little bit more of that snow mix with that rain and that snow happening in King County as we're watching that fine line kind of rolling through this evening. On top of that, it is very breezy out there. We have had gusts exceeding 40 miles an hour easily across the area. So we're watching for those wind advisories that are popping up. High wind warning in place as well. This is popping up for the North Sound here. That's going to continue until tomorrow morning with gusts potentially up to 55 miles an hour. So you're factoring in the wind speeds on top of temperatures in the lower 30s. Feels like the 20s out there. Bundle up, use caution, and I'll walk you through your complete forecast coming up.
A reminder, you can take the Fox 13 weather team with you wherever you go. For live radar and severe weather alerts, just make sure to download the Fox 13 weather app to your smartphone or tablet. It's free in the App Store.